Start the recording as well. Hi everyone! I just wanted to do a little makeup video today. It's been a really long time. You know, I have nothing else to do because all of my friends have left me to hang out with their families. It's Thanksgiving. So just wanted to film this little makeup tutorial to show you how to get from this to this. I've already done the first step, which is moisturizer and sunscreen. I use sunscreen kind of as primer. There's this one Japanese sunscreen that I use. It's not supposed to be one of those that lightens your skin tone, but it definitely does. At the same time, however, it covers everything and it gives like a really, really smooth base to work off of. This is the world's most disgusting beauty blender right now. There was a lot of purple on it because I was purple for Halloween, but I washed it just now, so hopefully, even though it looks gross, it doesn't add any extra colors to my face. My YouTube now is full of a lot of people following me for like Mario Kart stuff. So if you're here from that, welcome. This YouTube channel is kind of a collection of everything that I would ever want to post. That includes makeup. It's always like a fun thing to dabble in once in a while. I bought this foundation shade probably in the winter. I guess it's like approaching winter right now, but I'm still pretty tan from all the time that I spent outside this summer. Humble brag.
I'm Latrice.
This palette right here, literally from Amazon. It's one of those like creative makeup palettes. Like, oh, okay. It's white. It's basically gone. Love to use that for the center of my face if I'm doing anything dramatic. Really blending that white under the eye. I'm actually in my friend's house right now. None of them are home. It's just me and the cat. They don't know that this is happening. That's on them for giving me a key. So one of the reasons I don't really film makeup videos that often anymore, I don't think I've fallen out of love with makeup per se. It's become more of like a daily thing for me where I'm doing less makeup more frequently, and it's not so much about creating these like elaborate, super dramatic, creative looks anymore. I don't really have the time or the passion the way that I used to. I'm starting with the underpainting right now with the creams. This is obviously way darker than my skin tone. This is kind of just laying out all of the placement for everything.
Have you ever been betrayed by trade?
Trying to get to like an uncanny valley sort of look. Yay! And I'm trying to look super duper feminine today, so I'm gonna go back in with those same whites as earlier, really get into those crazy highlights. One thing I really love about like Douyin makeup or like cosplay makeup, they're really committed to using contour as a way to reshape the face, trying to create the illusion of a shape that isn't actually there. A little highlight under the eyebrow as well. Wow, that actually makes a huge difference. I never do this step. I like actually think that maybe I should. This is like so all over the face. See how much of a difference that makes from this side to this side? We're just like flattening out all of the texture. Wet and Wild Photo Focus no, actually I don't use the translucent. This powder is not actually translucent. It has a little bit of a beige color, which I hate, but it is still good at capturing the highlights. So obviously I look gnarly crazy right now. Here's my little fan brush. I know that baking is like a thing that you're supposed to do. I get impatient, so I am actually going to brush off all of the powder right now, leaving behind only what has stuck into the pores and little holes to fill in the texture. This big eyeshadow palette from Amazon, and it opens up like this. I don't even know if you can see this whole thing. I tend to use this brown color right here as the contour for my face, or sometimes I have a smaller palette which has... Okay, are you actually working though? Okay. Oh, my microphone cord got dislodged a little bit. Was in the middle of doing this. Just reinforce some of the shadows that we created earlier with the cream contour. I'm gonna kind of like do bronzer in this step as well. I'm using this light orangey brown, super warm kind of color. Do a shadow under my lip, really accentuates a full kind of lip. I tend to do my nose with my fingers. Now, maybe today I'm gonna be a little more precise and use a cute little brush instead. I didn't even dip this brush into product. This was just what was left on the brush from the last time I used it. Little fluffy brush right here. Reinforce those highlights that I made with the white cream paint earlier. I spent like half an hour on this base, and I usually spend like 10 seconds. So I'm gonna use a bigger brush now, also for highlight, and we're gonna just press all over our cheeks so that it's a little smoother. Okay, beautiful. Yay! Can you guys see the cat? How I look? He's over here. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of go over everything one more time. This is not the side with product on it, but it is still wet. Bringing everything together, making all of the powders not look so gross and cakey. Natural makeup, to me at least, is a lot harder to do than like creative makeup. When makeup is big, you can get away with a lot of imprecision. The overall effect doesn't change. For natural makeup though, you have to be very, very precise in order to make it look like there's nothing there. I found that that's actually really difficult for me to do. I don't have like a steady hand or anything. Hey. Okay, so he hates me. A denser kind of flat brush. I'm gonna start with this color kind of like right here, concentrated on the outside of the eye. Go in with a darker color. Extend my lash line outwards and upwards. Now I'm gonna take a much rounder, thinner, fluffy brush and use it to extend like a lighter sort of yellow-orange all along the outside of my eye. Feather this darker brown out. We're gonna build on top of that with like this little brush over here. I'm going in with the darker color. I have monolids as well. All of this kind of disappears when I open my eyes. You want to kind of do your makeup and place things while your eyes are open so that you can see how they'll actually look. I've been working on this eye a little bit. Can you see how much more like
Don't do it, little girl.
like up and angled it looks than this eye where the shadows aren't pointing up as much. With this same brush, extend that brown a little bit more into the inner corner. Messing with the inner corner, I think really changes your face shape. So I like to be a little more precise than before. And we just got some eyeshadow inside my eye. I'm going to take the same sort of browns we were working with and just add some color up into the eyebrows. Feather them a little bit at the beginning. A lighter sort of yellowy orange. Draw it from the nose into the eyebrow. I have this sort of like sunken in eyebrow ridge. I want to use makeup to sort of push that forward a little bit. Blend this into the middle of the eyeshadow so that I can leave this end of the brow highlighted. Bring that same orangey brown and use it to outline the contour on my nose, under my lips as well. I'm not really convinced by this makeup yet. I don't know exactly why. Take a really like flat sort of dense brush. This already clearly has a little bit of blue eyeshadow on it. First I want to go in with kind of a warmer yellowy blue. I'm going to use this one right here. Stamp that into that highlighted area. Oh yeah, that color is more intense than I intended it to be, but I'm gonna do like a little bit of a glitter. I also think I'm gonna extend this white down a little bit into the under eye. Oh my god, that's beautiful. It kind of looks like the blue light is like coming out of my face. My brush is loaded with this white glitter. Tap it into the blue glitter just a little bit. We're gonna tap that into here. Just to make sure everything is harmonious, I'm gonna add a little bit of that right between my eyebrows and then down the center of my nose. Okay, that looks so
Ovaries
good.
of
Actually, that
Long
looks so
Beach.
good. Obviously, this isn't natural, but that's okay. That's okay. And now that we've been emphasizing the blue and white a lot, and red, white, and blue, America #1. I bleed red, white, and blue.
You should kill yourself.
It helps to use a transition color like a yellow, which will kind of look good with both the blue and the orange. Use it at the border right here, where it's kind of looking a little bit like muddy, so that it kind of blends into the blue. Realistically, glitter should have been my last step, so I'm going to bring back a little bit more of that white glitter. Racism solved. Eyeliners do a lot, I think, for reinforcing the shape of the eye, so even though it looks a little dusty and crusty right now, we're gonna really get in there. First, I'm gonna use this gel liner to do the waterline, and then I got this really, really skinny brown liner from Taiwan. Can you even see that tip? Like, I'm gonna use this right in the inner corner because I think you want to be the most precise around here. Very subtle change, but I think it's still visible.
If I smoke one.
Finally, I'm gonna go in with this coffee kind of color from e.l.f. I use the gel one in my waterline, and this goes right beneath the lash line. Same thing at the top, brown liner all the way along the lash line. I like to do my eyeliner while like looking down at the mirror because then you can see where your eyes will be when they're open. Also kind of get at the base.
More cigarette, I might die.
I'm going to extend the liner now outside of my eye so that it is kind of like a continuation of my lash line up. And then we're going to fill it in so that it makes like a triangle. Take a very, very dark eyeshadow and then just go over like the tip of that eyeliner right here. Blend like into this area. A little bit of white shadow with my fingers under the eyebrow. Okay, that's pretty much the eyes done. This like brown lip liner, but the way that my lip folds over, it doesn't actually show that much if I overline at the bottom. It just looks like I've given my lips definition. I think I want to do a little bit of like an orangey base just to make the lip color resemble the rest of my skin. And then we're just gonna add this fun little gloss on top. Okay, actually that looks sickening, so I have a little left on my finger from when I just tried to blend it. Extend that to underneath the nose. Okay, almost done. Those same eyeshadows that we were using earlier make kind of an orangey blush. The eyes are already extending out, so I just want a little more color down here. See how much warmer my face looks already on this side? This is also going to help marry that contour into the rest of our skin. Actually, I'm going to use an even brighter orange, something almost yellowy, and draw right around here so that it kind of blends into the eyeshadow. Love to add the blush right directly on my nose. This does blend away some of our contour, but to combat that, add a little bit of highlight on the tip of the nose, running down the bridge, outline the sort of highlights that we had up here and just extend them down a little bit. Finally, I'm going to go in with a highlight color again, a little bit of blue, a little bit of yellow, and just really have it concentrated right in the center, in between the eyebrows as well. Some blush again, all over, kind of along the edges here. Really bring back that color. I'm pretty much
The
done
doll
with
will
the real
always
sort of face
finish.
makeup, so I hate putting on lashes.
Your hairline as well.
Starving eyelashes as well.
Alright, and this is the sort of final look.
No, because it's kind of giving Mona Lisa.
I really cannot do this. Is it giving kind of? So that's my tuna tutorial. Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty fish. Wait, I gotta take some selfies. I'll see you next time. Bye. Final little quick update. This makeup has been on for 6 hours now. I did a full day of errands. I went roller skating. I was sweating too. And it still looks fucking good. So